EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada, where the memorial torch honoring legendary owner Al Davis has just been lit, and we are set for football at Allegiant Stadium. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. On the Browns sideline, there you see head coach Kevin Stefanski. These guys not doing too hot. Losers of 7 of their last 9. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. And off we go from Las Vegas. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball?
And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So here are the Raiders now with great starting field position. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year of the NFL now.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball in just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On play action, May. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Bowers, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their second possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. We're going to look at their key inactives for this week's game. And Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree, because the postseason is on the line.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 12.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Pickett. Under pressure, they got him again. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
Another 3 and out.
Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is brought in at the 21. A very good return there, giving it even 20 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And we give you a look there at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns. You can see he's second best amongst NFL running backs at this point in the season. They'll start on the ground with Ginty. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's May. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
A run straight ahead with Ginty. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 64 yards and a touchdown.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's May. They'll get this out to Ginty. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Ginty, 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Carlson on for the PAT. And that is off the left. It's no good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They will start this drive with 4. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Again, they turn to Ford. And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Brings up third down.
12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now Pickett. He'll try to do this himself. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big fourth down call.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13.
Missed.
This will not go down. A nice return there at 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. The drive will begin with a run by Genty. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 42 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as they used to be, huh?
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
On first down, it's Genty. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Raiders at 6-4 now in the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
To throw, it's May. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And it takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Johnson goes in motion left. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
Oh, I missed him.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Pickett back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, in boxing, they throw in the towel. In this case, you just got to wave the white flag, and you think to yourself, if he can just get past that initial wave, he's got a chance to get free. But that screen, it was going nowhere from the start. It forces a fourth down.
Returnable here from the 38. Shifts by him. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. They'll throw with May. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown. But I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. To the air, May. This is caught. Touchdown! Brock Bowers. As the first half is winding down. And the Raiders are able to widen their lead here this first half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Carlson down to add the extra point. So he missed his first two, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A gain of 5 brings up second.
So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. The season is going by at lightning pace. Week 12 has arrived. It's the weekend before Thanksgiving. Let's get into it. Our journey through the NFL starts now, and it begins at Arrowhead, the Chiefs at home to take on Indianapolis. And it's Isaiah Pacheco. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. Next up, Lambeau Field. Let's look in on the Packers as they play host to the Minnesota Vikings. And this is Jordan Love. Hooking up with his man for the touchdown here, one of 3 touchdown passes for him in the ballgame. The Packers had to work for it, but they win it by a field goal. One last one to show you, and it's in Detroit. It's the Lions hosting the New York Giants. And this is Jahmyr Gibbs. He's going to scamper 31 yards to the house. Touchdown. The Lions send their fans home happy as they come away with the victory. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And they'll get him down inside the 30 up to 27. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. He had the touchdown reception earlier, and we show you the NFL leaders in that category for running backs, and he's right there amongst the league's best. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Throwing here is May. He'll drop this underneath for Genty. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down and just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Right back to Genty on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. You get a look at their key inactives for this week's game, and Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree, because the postseason is on the line. So you've got to overcome the injuries and find a way to win. And the only way to do that, the guys available have to step up. What's that mantra in the NFL? Next man up. This is their opportunity.
And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
Looking to throw. May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, you might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On the give, Genty. And effective running here. They'll take it down inside the 10. 68 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. 2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Trey Tucker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now.
Here's Pickett. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. The handoff to Ford up the middle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pickett. Ball had his his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Browns send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is taken around the 12. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely done job.
Now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in a passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
From the shotgun, May with it.
And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're set up to throw.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47.
Now a handoff to Genty. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down and 3. They go play action with May.
And a throw right sideline is complete. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
You take a look at his receiving numbers so far. He's been terrific. Up over 100 yards now for the game.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Genty.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
He'll try again. And this time he will get in. Touchdown Raiders.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
Raiders 36.
So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Looking to put a drive together. Looking to throw. Pickett. And down he goes. Brought down by Intercept. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Let's go ahead and put check marks by it all, partner. No points. Down by 4 touchdowns. Haven't had anything going today on offense. Why not add a late sack to the mix? Obviously a day to forget for all involved. Let's give plenty of credit to
Nice. Back-to-back sacks.
Push him back 8 yards that time on second down. The Browns on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. Pickett will look to throw it here. Open May completes it to Judy. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be fourth down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. We're going to look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. On the give, Genty. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. We'll get a couple, and that's it.
He was tackled.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Once again, it's Genty. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down.
Third and 8.
They'll run. Here comes Genty. Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Las Vegas, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Treat time for Kia and puppies.